আপন বুকের পাঁজর চালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা চলো রে, যদি তোর ডানাতে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে। একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো রে।
Hi guys, good evening. India has a fascinating relationship with animals. We worship them, celebrate them, write poems about them, make WhatsApp forwards about them. Half our mythology, history has animals giving better life advice than human beings. But here's the funny part. If someone actually tortures an animal, the law basically shrugs and says, please don't do it again. What exactly is this? Justice or customer feedback? Imagine walking into a police station. Sir, this man brutally tortured a dog. The officer looks through the law. Very serious matter. Punishment? Well, somewhere between buying 2 pizzas and paying an electricity bill. Wonderful. We have apparently priced animal suffering below a family dinner at Barbecue Nation. Our legal system has somehow reached the conclusion that intentionally causing horrific pain to another living creature deserves a punishment that wouldn't even scare someone who parks illegally. Brilliant. The mosquito that died inside the judge's courtroom probably received more institutional empathy. Let's be honest, the problem isn't that India doesn't love animals. We obviously do, overwhelmingly. The problem is, our laws were apparently written during an era when dinosaurs were applying for Aadhaar cards. The main anti-cruelty law, decades old, so old it probably remembers when, India has become a nuclear power, we've launched missions to the moon, digital payments, UPI, artificial intelligence, quantum computing. But when it comes to animal cruelty, our legal framework still feels like it was typed on a British typewriter powered by coal. You know what's hilarious? Every year, politicians promise stronger laws. Every year, they tweet, condemn, they say, we are deeply saddened. Congratulations, the animals remain equally dead. But this isn't just about animals, though. People always say it's just an animal. Really? Then why do criminologists around the world keep pointing out something interesting? Deliberate cruelty to animals can sometimes often be an early warning sign of broader violent behavior in some individuals. Not because every person who harms an animal will become a violent criminal, that's not true, but because deliberate enjoyment of suffering is something society should take seriously. If someone enjoys causing pain to a completely helpless creature, perhaps, just perhaps, that deserves more attention than, sir, next time please be a little less evil. Think about this logic. Steal someone's phone, serious. Financial fraud, serious. Tax evasion, serious. Torture a helpless animal. Government says, could you maybe not? What kind of incentive structure is this? It's like putting a please walk on the grass sign inside a football stadium. And before someone says, but prisons are overcrowded. Wonderful. Let's apply that logic everywhere. No punishment for robbery either. Traffic rules, optional. Income tax, suggestions. No. Society functions because laws create deterrence. If the punishment is laughably small, the law slowly transforms from legislation into comedy. Here's another irony. Ordinary citizens rescue animals every day. Volunteers spend their own money. Veterinarians work miracles. Shelters struggle. People adopt abandoned dogs, feed strays, rescue birds, treat injured cattle. Regular Indians are doing extraordinary work. Meanwhile, the law is sitting in the corner like, I've contributed moral support. Fantastic, very useful. And can we stop pretending this is an animal lovers versus everyone else issue? No, this is about civilization. A civilized society protects those who cannot protect themselves. Children, the elderly, persons with disabilities, animals. Power exists to defend the vulnerable. Otherwise, what exactly is government for? Collecting GST and changing profile pictures. A civilization is measured by its weakest. People often ask, why are you talking about animals when humans suffer? I love this argument Because apparently compassion is now a limited edition smartphone. Oh no, you already cared about children. Sorry, no empathy left for animals. Human beings possess this revolutionary technology called multiple emotions. We can oppose crimes against women, care about national security, support economic growth, and also believe that deliberately torturing an animal deserves meaningful punishment. These ideas are not mutually exclusive. Here's the uncomfortable truth: the strength of a legal system isn't measured by how it treats the powerful, it's measured by how it treats the powerless. Animals don't vote, they don't have lobbyists, they don't trend on television for 3 weeks. They can't hire expensive lawyers, they don't organize press conferences, they just suffer silently, often with screams. So every time someone says it's only an animal, I hear it's only someone weaker than me. That's not strength. That's cowardice wearing confidence as a Halloween costume. If India wants to become a truly developed nation, let's stop thinking development only means expressways, airports, and bullet trains. Development also means institutions that recognize unnecessary cruelty for what it is: a serious moral and legal wrong. A nation isn't judged by only the height of its skyscrapers. Sometimes it's judged by whether a helpless creature can suffer unimaginable pain, and the law responds with something stronger than a symbolic slap on the wrist. Because justice that isn't feared eventually isn't respected, and laws that don't deter cruelty quietly become spectators to it. India deserves better. Our police deserve better laws, our courts deserve better tools, our rescuers deserve better support. And the animals who ask us for nothing except not to hurt them deserve infinitely better than what our legal system currently offers. Until then, the next time someone proudly says India is a land that worships animals, ask them one simple question: what happens when someone tortures one? And if the answer makes people laugh, that's exactly the problem. If you believe India's animal cruelty laws need meaningful reform, mention it in the comments. Debate the issue. Disagree respectfully, if you wish. But let's have a conversation, a serious conversation, about whether our laws are doing enough to protect vulnerable living beings. Thank you.
আপন বুকের পাঁজর চালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা চলো রে, যদি তোর ডানাতে কেউ না আসে, তবে একলা চলো রে। একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো রে।